Very good morning to all of you. So my name is Muhammad Emir Farhan bin Muhammad Iskandar. You can just call me Emir. So here I am with a bunch of lovely, visitors that came all the way from Brunei. Brunei. Oh, that's how you pronounce it.
Yes. Are you Filipino?
No, I'm Sri Lankan. Yeah. So here's what we have for you today. This is actually our very first episode of interviewing people from a different country. Is it a country?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a country, right. Alright, so it's a pleasure once again to be talking to and meeting you guys. And I just want to say welcome to Sarawak. And of course, welcome to St. Thomas. Are you having a good day or what?
We have a wonderful time touring the primary as well as the secondary. And it's an honor to be here.
Yeah, it's
and
an
this
honor.
this school has a lot of history, I heard, and I'm only glad to be here. We are only glad to be here.
Yeah, I'm very glad. What about you?
Yeah, it's been a good day, and like what Madam Tan says, it has been very informative, knowing so much of the history of the school. And well, for me, I was a Tomian, so it's going back memory lane.
Oh my god, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
May I know what your name is?
Gladys.
Gladys, and you're Madam
Tan, yes.
Tan, so
Mrs. Gladys.
Mrs. Gladys. Yeah. All right. So So since this is our first episode, so you guys are considered special visitors to us. Okay. So for this episode, we're going to start with a quick fire question. Are you familiar with that?
We try.
Yeah. All right. So don't worry.
All right.
All right. So the first one. Android or Apple? I'll go start
Apple.
with Android or Apple?
I have no clue what is Android. Apple.
What type of phone are you using?
Android.
Apple, but
Apple.
i6.
Yeah, Apple. So you're going for
Okay.
Apple. Okay. So, all right. Okay. The next one will be your favorite dish. I mean, it can be any dish in general, or maybe a Sarawakian dish.
Oh, me?
No.
Yeah, maybe.
Kucing laksa.
Kucing laksa or laksa Sarawak.
Oh, okay.
Laksa Sarawak. Yeah. What about you?
Roja.
Roja. Nice. American English or British English?
British English.
British
British
English.
English.
Nice. Could you speak some of the words in a British accent?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Would you like a cup of tea?
Yeah, that
What about
sounds
you?
it.
I'd like to hear
That
some.
sounds like it.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Yeah. All right. Now, McDonald's or KFC?
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Neither.
Neither of them. So, which would you prefer among
I-
all the fast food restaurants that we have?
I don't actually
You
like
don't?
fast food. Yeah.
So, what you prefer homemade food?
Right.
Right.
Dishes.
I see. Now, coffee or tea?
Tea.
Coffee.
Coffee. Nice. I love coffee as well. Are you considered a night person or a morning person?
Morning.
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 Morning. The two last questions that we have is car or motorbike?
Car.
Car. What kind of car do you own?
I own a Kia Sportage.
Any car will do as long as it has 4 wheels
Okay.
and don't break down.
As long as there's transport.
Correct.
Yes.
It doesn't
As long as
break
there's
down.
transport. All right. So the last one: badminton or football?
Badminton.
Neither.
Neither. Which type of sport would you go?
I like just to go walking and
Oh, really?
hiking perhaps.
So
but
how often do you?
I walk about maybe 4 times a week,
So do you do that to pass your time or?
part of
Part of
getting
it.
myself healthy and
Yeah. Or
exercise.
maybe to relieve
and-
stress and something.
And stress.
Yeah. All right, so that's it for the quick fire question. Now we'll move on to the I wouldn't say a serious question, but a semi serious question. I don't know. So anyway, let's just start with it first. Yeah. So the first question that I have for the both of you is your experience in Sarawak. Yeah. Your experience. So is this your first time traveling to Sarawak? And how's your experience and how do you find it so far?
It's probably my 3rd time to Sarawak, to Kuching to be exact. I enjoy this time better. Maybe because I've got good contacts like the schools
Yeah.
to show me around, and also I've got good Bruneian friends who are actually originally from Kuching to show me around, who is able to tell me about history of the place. I find that when I look at the history of Sarawak, I think of we were once together. I think there were so many similarities. Brunei is once, the Brooks were also once Brunei was under them as one, under one time, at one time. I enjoy Sarawak, Kuching in particular, and I've informed my husband that we're going to come back again.
Really?
And we're going to stay in Waterfront Hotel.
Wow.
I'm promoting Waterfront Hotel.
So which
because
hotel are you staying?
I'm in Waterfront
Oh,
Hotel.
Waterfront.
Yeah.
What
And
about
the
you?
reason is so
Same.
strategic. It's so strategic everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So how's your experience in Sarawak?
Actually, I'm a Kuchingan.
Oh, you're you're okay.
Born and bred
No.
here, but
Alright.
now I think Brunei is the adopted
Yeah.
country.
So what is you haven't been to Sarawak for a long time?
For quite a long time. I think the last trip was in 2018.
Really?
Yes, and then the pandemic came
Uh-huh.
and we couldn't travel anymore. So this is actually the first trip
I see.
after the pandemic.
Right. So, Madam Tan, right?
Mhm.
So, this is your third time going to Sarawak. Are you familiar with any words that we use in our daily life? Maybe at least one.
See,
See.
I don't know. Actually, I'm learning new words like kaban. I just found out kaban.
Right.
I'm hearing kaban. That's an Iban word, is it?
Yeah.
For friend.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Fantastic. Now, all right. So the second question I have for the both of you is regarding the COVID situation in Brunei. Right. So, how is it? How's everything so far going on in
Better ask me.
Brunei. Yeah.
I think it's very well controlled relatively to many other parts of the world and also Malaysia, I think. At one stage it was not in a very good situation. Brunei, we are fairly well controlled. But for the schools, we did have a hard time. The start and stops of coming to school and not coming to school, and then we had to go online for lessons and all that. It was tough on everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Students, teachers, families, and
Yeah.
everybody.
All right. So, considering that I'm guessing that it's getting better.
Yes.
All right. So, you're telling me that the government have lifted the restrictions, like for
Yes.
example, it's not obligatory for them to wear masks.
Yes.
Yeah, that one was just lifted.
Yeah. While we are
yesterday.
still here in
Really?
Beijing.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got the memo.
Like,
Yeah, we
like a
got
few days ago.
No, like yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yes,
Ah.
yesterday.
Yeah, like
we
yesterday we read something that came
Yeah.
out, and says that there's no need. It's choice. It's up to
Correct.
you. You have the
Yeah, yeah.
option to wear
Yeah.
mask or not.
Right.
had. That's
Yeah.
right.
But
And
still,
then the other things that we don't have to, which is very good because the arrival declaration form is not
Right.
necessary anymore
course.
when we
Yeah.
arrive back to Brunei. Yeah.
regarding speaking of arrival in Sarawak, so you guys traveled from Brunei to Sarawak. Is it even necessary to when you arrive in the airport? Is it necessary for you to present your passports, or you just need your identity card?
Depends, because I'm a foreigner.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm an international traveler, so I have to produce my passport. But I think, Mrs. Yi, what do you have to produce?
Either. They said
Either.
either the IC
Mhm.
or the passport,
I
and
see.
it was very easy. They just scan through and you are out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Now moving on to the next question that I have for you. I'd like to talk about the education system. Yeah, the education system organized in Brunei. So generally in Malaysia, we have this kind of assessment like UPSR, PT3, and SPM. But recently, UPSR and PT3 are abolished, because due to the pandemic and so on. So I'd like to know how you guys assess, the students. Do you have like these public examinations like we have, as SPM or PT3? Like how do you assess the students?
For the primary six, they have a public exam,
Mhm.
which they call the PSR, and they will have to sit for the core subjects, and the questions are all given by the Ministry of Education, set by them.
Okay.
Similar questions for all the year 6 students.
Yeah.
Okay, and we don't have Form 3 exams
Oh,
anymore.
really?
We only have.
So before this, they used to have it, right?
They
Yes.
used to have it, which is called the PMB.
PMB, what does it stand for?
Penilaian menengah bawah.
Oh, wait, so the local language in Brunei is Melayu?
Malay.
Malay?
But
National
the
language.
national. But
Yeah.
the medium of instruction in all schools is in English.
Still in English.
Still in English. So we got rid of PMB Form
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
What we have instead is a kind of assessment kind of thing for at Form 2. Yeah.
Now in Form 2.
Yeah. So, alright.
And then we have the O levels. We do University of Cambridge GCE O level exam. It's marked in Cambridge. Yeah.
Really? So it's a Cambridge level, yeah?
GCE.
GCE.
Yeah, General
GCE.
Certificate of Education.
So I see. Since the national language in Brunei is, Malay. So is every subject, taught in every school, taught in English or Malay?
Okay, Malay is a compulsory language. Okay,
Right.
it's our national language. We are bilingual,
Mhm.
but all subjects are in English except for Bahasa Melayu, obviously, and Pengetahuan Agama Islam, as well as Melayu Islam Beraja, which is an ideology lesson compulsory for everybody.
You said Agama Islam, right?
Yeah,
Agama
Pengetahuan
Islam.
Agama
So
Islam.
is it compulsory for the non-Muslims to take those kind of subjects? No.
While the students do go for their Pengetahuan Agama Islam classes,
Mhm.
the non-Muslim they will go to the corrective value or like moral value classes.
I see.
Yeah, and some of them will also go to not some, and the Form 1 and 2, they also part of it. They will also go to what we call the conversational Chinese class.
I see.
We have conversational Chinese.
Is there anything you want to add on regarding the?
That's about it. I
Yeah.
think what Madam Tan has said
Mm,
fully covers everything.
yeah. So, alright. I'm really curious to know whether the students generally the students would they communicate in their the national language, or would they prefer English over Malay?
I think this is very worrisome for me
Okay.
because the Malay students are speaking more English than they
Yeah.
are
Okay.
Malay. And I think it's not the school's fault because even at home, we realize that the parents are speaking to the children in English.
Right.
The Malay parents, the Malay parents in a Malay home
Mhm.
is speaking in English. So I'm a bit worried because my Malay students are speaking better English than they are Malay.
Yeah.
For the Chinese students, they speak English, they speak Mandarin, a mixture.
Yeah. So okay, now we're going to the last question, the final question. So I'd like you to describe Sarawak in one word only. So what would that word be? I will start.
I think it's exciting. I know exciting, but you want me to elaborate?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have many
One word.
I don't mind.
cultures. Yeah, you said one word. I
Yeah,
said
one word.
it's
But
exciting.
if you want to
Yeah.
elaborate, then go on.
Yeah, many cultures, and I think I find that it's good shopping, good views, good sceneries.
Right.
I enjoyed it very much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. Then,
exciting.
Ju-
I would say diversified experiences. Yeah.
Right. So we come from a variety of races. We
Correct,
have Malay,
correct, yeah.
Chinese,
Yeah.
Bidayu, and so on.
Right.
Right. So we are one, despite what faith you embrace, what your race is. We have to respect each other
Correct.
and not discriminate against each other and so on. So I guess that's it for today's interview. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you.
So yeah, for the viewers out there, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again in the next episode. So yeah, bye bye.